So last time you guys met with, well, you met with a guy whose daughter was missing. Then you rescued her, spent the night in the tavern, went and met up with the guild leader, the Adventuring Guild, and then signed yourselves up for more battles. Made a buttload of money betting on yourselves, except for Sylvia. And next up is Bouldaire. Any other important details?
Fight.
That's what I can think of.
I don't think it tracked the amount of money I had.
Oh no.
I'm pretty sure tracked my money, but I don't know where my note.
Yeah. I'm looking at my inventory.
Money. I made sure for sure to give me my money.
Yeah, sounds like Briz-Atar.
Oh, I'm on
I could have been, you know, at
my character,
a good amount of gold, but thanks to Sylvia.
Well, there we go.
Lost some there.
Nah, I did.
All right, now I'm all set. All right, now I can.
I think I'm the only person that made money on every fight.
So how much did you make? Like each of you?
I have 3,000 gold.
Okay.
I have 4,000 something.
I have 2,506.
I have 3,360, and I'm probably gonna go half in on Bouldaire. So 1,500 gold on Bouldaire.
I'm putting all my 2,500 on me.
All right. So Bouldaire went for a medium battle. So Bouldaire, why don't you go ahead and roll initiative?
All right. Ooh, that's a 6. That could actually turn out really decently for me.
I would have been at 4,000. But Sylvia sucked. So I'm at 3,481 gold.
My goodness.
I would have been at 3,000 if it was for Sylvia. Actually, no, I would have had more. Yeah, I would have been at like 4,000. And you, Sylvia.
Going to blame Sylvia for this.
Yes.
Sylvia's got 124. I don't think I added in. Yeah, I think I added in already. Yeah, Sylvia's got 124.
I could have sworn you betted on me. You only have 124?
Yeah, because I bet 200 and I lost 200. I gained 200 and I lost 200. There's 100 from another bet. I don't know if I already added it to D&D Beyond though. So I might have 224, but I think it's only 124. So I tend to add everything after the end of the session.
I add it during.
Yeah.
Because I know I'll forget.
Yeah.
The second I close the page and close out from the session, I'm absolutely just brain dead.
I'm dropping 1,000 on this fight.
Putting 1,500 on Bouldaire.
Don't wait. What's the outcome of this one?
5 times rewards. It's medium difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it's Bouldaire.
Save money.
5 times rewards. Sylvia's putting 100.
Unless this is like suddenly vastly different than every other fight that's been done for some reason.
Yeah, my concern is that you had an entire 2 weeks to prepare for the fight, and it is potentially either just going to be an absolute stomp on me or on it.
If it matches the difficulty, you should be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll match the difficulty. I mean,
unless it's just like randomly a Tarrasque.
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to Bouldaire, if you're ready to come out, open up the arena.
I'd be coming in with my tattered clothes and just paint and tattoos all over, just pumping up myself. I just
Right.
enter the arena, just pumping myself up, getting hyped, getting ready for the fight, and just roaring for the crowd and everything.
All right. So as you are getting ready to enter the arena, you notice that this time it is different. It is not a sandy battlefield. This time the arena is filled with water, with small hillocks dotting it here and there.
Is the water like able to be walked in? Just rough terrain?
It is pretty deep. It would be up to your shoulders. You could walk in it, but it would be up to your shoulders.
Okay. Bouldaire would be looking and plotting a route for it again. Because I rolled a 6 on initiative, but
yeah,
I'll just be looking at on like the path. Do I see where I'd be able to get to within my movement speed, my 40 feet? Cause yeah.
Can you see the map?
Yeah, on the Zoom link. I'm just not gonna be able to move. Yeah.
No,
I'll
that's
try
fine.
to move me in a decent spot. Thinking
How far is your movement speed?
40 feet. So if I jump from rock to rock, would that just be like the movement speed?
Yes, you can jump from rock to rock for sure.
Okay. So I'll jump on that big one, like just right in front of the stairs, and then would I be able to jump on that bigger one that is to the right of that small rock on the left side of the arena there? Just like going straight.
So you would have you might be able to reach the edge of the one in front of you directly to the east. The rest of your movement speed. You could also reach you could reach the middle of the one to your, to the north a little bit, and you would not be able to reach the one to the south of you.
Okay. So yeah, I'll go straight, and would I be able to have like a decent purchase on the rock to the east?
Roll me a dexterity because you're jumping.
All right. Dex check. Wow, that rolled absolutely terrible. Yeah, just a regular check, then it's 7.
Okay. So yeah, you're gonna slip and flail a bit and probably get pretty wet here.
That's fine. I'm about 8 feet tall, so.
Yeah. So yeah, you're gonna land right in the water. All right, your opponent is going to move towards you. It is under the water, so visibility is slim. Give me a perception.
Yeah, open. Thing. Skills, there we go. Perception. I'll roll better on that, and where's that? 11.
All right, so you'd be able to see some movement happening underneath the water.
All right. Would I be able to kind of climb up on the rock and jump to a rock that is near the movement?
Yes, you would be able to move up onto the rock next to you.
All right. I'll hop on the rock and try and get as close to the movement as I can. And I'm going to ready. Can I ready a bonus action to rage when I see the monster come out of the water?
You can.
Yeah, I'll like to stand up on the rock, grab a javelin, splash it around the water near me, and I'll ready my bonus action to rage when the monster tries to attack me or goes for the javelin.
All right. I don't believe you'll be able to do anything with the raging. Like that would be your bonus action. You wouldn't be able to attack. Is that correct?
What I was kind of meaning is that so like if the monster is able to, well, monster comes up and attacks me, so like I'll see it, I'll start my rage, so then I'll have my bonuses for when it attacks
You'll
me.
take half damage, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because like
All
he
right.
knows controlling, like he knows that he just wants to kill this thing, and the second he lays eyes on it, he's ready.
All right. So as you do so, you're standing right on the edge, right where it is, putting your javelin in the water, and a reef shark comes up and splashes up and tries to reach your leg. That is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
That's an aggressive reef shark.
Yeah.
And it's
And
gonna be a
7
dead
damage.
one too.
That's 7 damage.
But you rage, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Half that. All right. So after it attacks, it's going to go back underwater and use its movement to swim around. Because it's a shark and they have to move. Did anybody say how much they were gonna bet?
I was betting 1,500.
I bet 100.
Briz-Atar, what were you betting?
1,000.
all right, so the reef shark jumped up, bit me on the leg, and then went back in the water.
Yep.
So what I want to do to the reef shark is I want to be able to swing at it with my great axe or be able to
Alright.
like grab it.
Roll me a perception, make sure you can see it.
All right. So perception, that is a 9. So that's probably a
Okay.
fail.
No, you can see the movement in the water. You can't see what you're looking at. You can see movement.
Okay. So I'm still raging. I'm gonna jump at it and try and grapple the beast, like grab its tail and try and like get its tail all the way to its head.
Okay. So that would be a athletics check for you
All right.
and a see which is better. Athletics. Dex.
If it wasn't Bouldaire, I would have been like, who wants to wrestle a fucking shark?
Well,
But-
that's a 24 on athletics.
Seriously?
Yep.
Get a
I rolled
21.
I rolled a natural 19 with a +5 modifier.
Got a 19 with a +2.
All right. Well, I see the movement. I jump in, raging at the damn shark, and I grab its tail and I just pin and like wrestle it and try and climb out of the water onto the rock, just
Okay.
gripping this.
If you're gonna try and climb out of the water, then you're gonna need to give me a strength check.
Awesome. I do that at advantage because I'm raging.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and need to roll because apparently dice server's having issue. You're not gonna believe this. First roll nat 20.
All right. Do you want to try for a second? You think that's good?
I don't think that's a 23 to lift this thing. Plus, I don't even
All
think
right.
it's gonna make me encumbered.
Nope. You can get into the or up onto the land. It's small to fit both you and the shark.
All right.
On
Yeah.
the
I'm
bright
just gonna-
side, now all you have to do is sit still.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's gonna take too long. So, yeah, I doubt that it could be part of my action. But like, I want to put the tail on the rock. Kind of still part of like grappling, and just like stomp on the tail and just hold it with my foot.
Now I feel like you've got the tail of the nose at this point.
Yeah.
And your turn
Yeah,
your turn is done.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I've got to try and wriggle out.
Yep. All right. So it's going to try to get out of that grapple.
All right. Ooh, damn. Yeah, that was pretty terrible, but I got a 14.
Yeah, I got a 9.
Oh, okay.
That is terrible.
All right.
All right.
So,
So
yep.
it is still grappled and it cannot escape.
All right. And so while like pinning it, would it be possible to do some kind of like strikes? Because I want to kill this damn thing. I just don't know how you would want me to do it mechanically. I could just like grab, well, like, be lifting it and just like slam its head against the rock.
Can you do it? Hang on. Chelsea question. Can you do a secondary action while grappling, or are you stuck to?
Grappling
Yeah,
doesn't
how do you how do you
keeping a
kill
hold on
creature in
something does
grappling?
not take your action.
Okay. So yeah, you can do that.
Okay,
I think
like
if you have the Tavern Brawler feat, you can even attack at advantage.
Yep.
okay, so I can still do a melee attack.
Mhm.
All right, cool. So I'm going to attack with my. Actually, I'm going to use my Moon Touch Greatsword.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a +5 to hit. Oh my! I rolled a nat 2 for a 7. Yeah, that definitely doesn't hit.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm still fighting with this thing.
Yep. Yep. All right. So it's gonna still be trying to escape. That this time it's an 18.
That's
Test.
Yeah, I rolled a 8 and then a 4.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
that escapes.
yeah. So it squirms away and gets back into the water where it can now breathe again.
I'm going to. Do I grapple it again, or do I just go at it with my axe? What would it be to try and like wrap my legs around it, but like trying to like crack down with my greatsword? So like I'm kind of grappling myself to it.
You can try. I mean, it's an underwater creature, so it's not gonna be easy.
Okay. All right. That's an
But
athletics. I got a 5. Oh, that's a 19
all right.
and another 19. So that's a 24 to hold on to it.
Okay. So you can grab it. You're going to be at disadvantage to hit it with the sword just because you've got to hold on to it. It's a medium creature, so it can probably still pretty much swim if it's underwater. You just jumped in after it.
Okay. Then I'd like to. I like to. Yeah, I'll just like pin the fin down, or like just like grab and wrestle it again, yeah, with the grappling. Okay. All right. So, ooh, can I actually just move towards a rock and just try and swing the fish above my head into the rock?
You can try.
All right. So how much does a fish weigh?
It is a medium beast.
You should be able to lift that thing.
Yeah.
I'm medium.
Do you think it weighs more than 300 pounds?
Let's see. A full-grown specimen
Actually, no, yeah,
is
400.
6 to 10 feet long.
Yeah.
I'd say it's about that, probably.
About 300 pounds? Yeah, that's my carrying capacity, so it's not even going to encumber me.
8-foot shark weighs. No, an 8-foot shark only weighs about 209 pounds.
Oh, that's easy work. Yeah, I grab it and
you are
I
remember
swing it.
you are in the water. So
Yeah, but you said it's up to my shoulder height?
Yep.
Yeah, I swing it above my head, like
Yep.
so I'm not skipping it off the water, but swinging it towards a rock.
Yep. Same rock you were just on, or a different rock?
Whatever rock's closest.
That's the one you were
Whatever I
just on.
can bash his skull on.
Yep.
All right. So what do you want me to roll for that?
Unarmed?
Unarmed. Okay. Actions. Unarmed. That's still +5. That is a 19. So
All right.
actually that's a 19 +5, so that's 24.
All right, so that hits.
All right. And that does just 4 damage pure.
Okay.
All right. Well, if it's Europe going by unarmed strike, kind of bash his skull. All right. So just gonna try and get out of my strength. All right. So that's terrible. Natural 20, 23. I'm still grappling it.
Okay.
All right. So I'm assuming that also takes its turn. All right.
Yep, that is definitely all of your turn. All of its
I
turn.
rolled that to
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
the
No,
grapple,
that's
so it's not my turn.
okay. So yeah, that's all of its turn. So go ahead.
All right. I'm trying to think, is there any better way to deal damage besides just beating this thing with a rock?
I'm gonna get so
hitting it
much
with your
gold.
weapon.
Ooh, would I be able to slam fish onto a rock, or like be able to pin it with my javelin, like into the rock?
It's not necessarily like all rocky, so yeah, I would say you probably would be able to try that.
Okay. What would you like me to roll for that?
Roll a javelin attack.
Javelin attack. All right. That's actions. That's a great +5 to hit. Yeah. That's a 9.
All right, so it misses.
All right.
No good,
And I
real
have
good way
one
to see
attack
that.
left.
That thing must have just squirmed while you were grappling it because it missed.
Yeah, and then I have to roll the strength checks again.
Yep.
That is a 15.
All right, so that does keep it up on the rock.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm trying it again.
All right.
Javelin to pin. Son of a bitch. 10.
That also misses. You are very
All
much
right.
not good with this javelin.
Strength. All right. That's 17. Keep it.
That is a 16. You kept it up.
I'm
Yeah.
imagining Bouldaire is just like holding the javelin over the shark, just like it's too beautiful. I can't do it.
No, like it just keeps wriggling and squirming, and I'm just like, stay still, you.
Fish out of water right there. Fish out of water.
All right. So then I'm going to grapple it again. Athletics. What I got? +5 on. That's 19. Yep, 19. You grappled.
All right. I got an 18, just barely.
Yep, grappled again. Going for the javelin. Oh wait, no, that's my action. Yeah, no. All right. So I got a strength check to make sure I can keep it because I don't think I can do anything else. All right, that is sadly let me double check. Strength check, that is a 14.
Still got it. Rolled an 11.
Thank God. All right. Javelin, I have a +5 to hit. Come on. Yes, there we go. Dirty 20. Oh,
All right. That definitely hit.
all right. Thank God. I'm also
So what's your
still
damage?
for javelin. Let me check that actions. That is 1d6 +3. I got my d6 right here.
+3.
Yeah.
What
'Cause
about
I'm
your
very
rage
strong.
bonus?
All right, so that is 5 + 3. So that's 8 plus another 3. That's 9, 10, 11 damage.
All right. So it is definitely starting to look worse for wear. It's that javelin is poking in it and it's bleeding.
Yeah. Pinned to the rock and bleeding. All right, and I'll just I'll do a strength contest to make sure it can't really escape because I'm still holding on to it. But it'll probably be at disadvantage. So that's 17, 18. That's a dirty 20 or, yep, dirty 20.
Yep, so that rolled an 8. Definitely still stuck to the rock.
All right, so I missed with my great sword, so I had to do a strength contest to keep it. I rolled a 17. All right, so I keep it. So I'm doing another attack with my moon touched.
All right.
Thing already? Yes, 19 for 24.
Nice. So
Thank
that
God.
definitely hit.
All right, actions. There we go. 2d6 plus 3 plus the plus 3 I'm getting. Oh, that's a 6. And that's a 5. So that's 11 plus 3 for 12. Wait, no, for 13. 11, 12, 13, 14 damage plus another 3 for my rage. That is.
Dead.
Thank God. It's all right. So I went in, jumped in, wrestled with this shark, grabbed it, slammed it against the rock, pinned it against
And
the
this
rock,
was
and finally
5
killed it.
odds?
Mm-hmm.
That's 5 times odds.
Awesome. I almost have 10,000 gold.
I am now at 12,500 gold.
I'm at 9,860.
Hell yeah. All right. So I'm going to cut the fish's head off and take it as one of my war trophies and just roar to the crowd.
I think for the party one, since it's going to be presumably another challenge like the maze and not just a direct fight, we go for an easier one and then just go like almost all in.
All right.
Yeah, that presumably.
Yeah.
Also, I
Emphasis
think
on
the
the-
crowd might like Verity now.
Yeah, you did just basically do a Kamehameha.
So Bouldaire is out.
Yeah.
If you guys want to step aside and we will refresh the arena.
The easier fight is 2-1, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have one of those prepped.
And
We can just do it and just bum rush
the
it
downtime
because
between individual fights and party fights?
About 15 minutes.
Nah, shit. Never mind.
Would I, between Bouldare's fight and the party fight, be able to get a long rest off? Or not long rest, short rest?
No, you had one in between yours and Bouldaire's. That's about
Oh.
it.
I didn't know I did.
I mean, and the party.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Between Bouldaire or between the end of my fight and the beginning of the party fight.
Okay. Yes. Yes, you were able to get a short rest.
Okay. I get
Sorry,
my channel
that
divinity back then. Which means I can do the thing again if need be.
Fight.
So I have prepped a hard and a deadly. I can lower them a little bit for sure. I don't know how much I can lower them.
I think we go in with the hard.
Yeah.
And
I would definitely put us for hard for sure. Because I already have faith in my team.
I don't know how much I'm gonna go in though. Probably 4,000.
I'm betting 8,000 for us to win. I'm betting everything. You guys better not let me down.
Hey, if you're betting everything, I'll bet right with you. 12,500.
Well, no, think about it this way. Qwerty, aren't you going to leave call?
Yeah, I can leave and go because, like, yeah, it's still unstable and you still in the middle of the desert out here.
So we have 3 people.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll still have him technically.
So, like, well,
as a meat shield.
You guys could use like my character sheet. Like I trust you to be able to make the judgment on like attacks because I've only used one of my rages. I've only taken 3 damage, so I still have 38 HP. I have all damage, plus I also have Stone's Endurance still. So, like, would you guys be fine with running my character so I can get home?
I could.
Yeah, absolutely.
All
Yeah, I'm pretty
right,
pumped with that.
okay. And Jezreel said that we are welcome to run theirs as well.
All right, cool.
There's
Yeah.
So if somebody wants to take that on, you can.
Briz.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
sounds
know
like
how to-
it'd be up to you.
You're already a rogue. What's one more?
Yeah.
Now you're just a rogue with more rogue.
Let me
Yeah.
pull up D&D Beyond on my actual, because I have it on my phone. So I can have 3 screens technically. But
Nice.
let me pull it up here.
All right, so I'll run as Jez, and you run as or no,
Alright,
I'll
can
run
you-
as Bouldaire, you run as Jez.
Do you have access to their character sheet?
We
It
can
should
view
be-
it, which I think means we can see all the modifiers and stuff.
Okay.
All right, well, I'm going
There it is,
to
campaigns.
head out, and after the team fight, I'll just say that, like, well, win or lose, like, all right, that was some great fight, but I want to go try something, and I'm going to go to the temple again, and I'm going to go to Korn, the god of athletics and badassery, essentially, and offer up the shark's head, and just tell a story and hang out there for the rest of the day. I'll also want to meet up with you guys at the guild hall, or the guild tavern, or whatever it may be.
All right, since we're running with everybody, I'm going all in on this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I'm betting all 12,500.
right.
9,860 for me.
And you want the hard?
Yep. Not
Okay.
the deadly.
Okay.
All right, yeah. Well, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna start heading home, and let me know if we win or fail.
Let's kill him.
Meat
Make sure you
shield.
die right away.
Where
All right,
is-
guys.
Oh, there.
Sylvia, you need to fix your character because it still says you are dead. So you
What?
can take off the death saves. You apparently have no health.
Oh,
Yeah, because
oh
I
yeah, you
beat
got
up.
knocked and then didn't
Full
heal.
health,
No, no death saves.
no death saves. Dang it.
Yeah, get rid of your death
All right.
saves.
So 1 HP, I think, right?
Yep.
I can heal. I can get you way more than that.
I used all my short rest dice to heal.
Oh wait, yeah, you've definitely had a short rest, right?
Yeah, use your dice. I used all mine.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I'm gonna need it.
All right.
This
Now
Yeah,
let's go figure out
just
how to do
throw
that.
all of your hit die on.
All right.
All right. How do I?
It's the short
There we
rest
go.
button. Bouldaire sheet is orange.
Okay, I'm at 15/19 health.
That's not bad.
Nope. Sylvia can live with that. It's a lack of spell slots. That's the problem.
Oh yeah, right. You don't have like any spell slots.
I got 2 first level.
I still have a second level and 4 first level.
like I said, you're just more of the decoy to get hit. You're fine.
Oh, so they can do more than just that.
If it's a
can
single
knock
big
you all
fight, I can do a big flashy thing,
I'm gonna look at Sylvia. No sleep spells.
but I highly doubt.
That's fine. Shatter will do. Exploding armor.
All right.
If only your character wasn't too small. I'd use you as a shield.
Naxu and Chelsea, can you move the other people's characters?
Yeah.
Perhaps.
On Owlbear, you should be able to if you can move your own.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just was not looking at Owlbear.
That'll make my life easier. All right, so as you enter the arena, the crowd is roaring with excitement. They cannot wait to see what craziness will ensue this time. Are you all prepped? You in the arrangement you want to be?
Oh, for
Yep.
Jez on the side of Bouldaire. There we go.
Sylvia in the back.
They're always in the back.
Mm-hmm. All right. So as you get settled, they release the beasts on the other side of the arena. Roll me an initiative.
I don't have my. I never grabbed my dice.
Oh no!
I'll use the black dice for Jez and the red one for me.
All right.
15.
That's literally what I just rolled, but I got a +3. So
I don't think I
18.
have a barbarian. I have.
And Jez has 16.
I'll just
Alright.
do backs for Bouldaire. Use this for me.
Perfect.
For Bouldaire.
Yep.
Natural 20 plus 2, so 22.
Okay.
Bouldaire. And for Verity. 16.
All right. So Bouldaire is up first.
He can move 40 feet. Are these squares half? I don't remember.
They're 5, I think.
Okay. I'm just making sure that. So he'll just, I guess, dash as an action
All right.
to get close to him.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, I'll use a rage.
All right.
Oh, I can't tick off a use of rage.
Just write it down.
I know that he has one left after this.
All right. Next up is the tiger's turn. And it is going to move to attack. Oh yeah, it can definitely reach.
As intended.
So it lunges at Bouldaire. And because it moved at least 20 feet straight forward, and never mind. It moved 20 feet toward and pounced. But it didn't do any good because it got a nat 1 to hit with its claws.
Yeah, I don't think that'd hit.
No, it missed.
Intimidated, that's all.
Yep. So it's snarling and growling, but did not actually get him. All right. Briz-Atar, you're up next.
All right, I'm gonna shoot that hyena in the back, the one on the top,
B? Okay.
and see what I can do. 16 plus. Should have been on my attacks already. 5.
Okay.
So
That
I
hits.
get my sneak attack off of that because they hadn't taken an action yet.
Mm-hmm.
So that is 14 damage plus 3. 17.
All right. So 17 damage.
And then I'm gonna move 60 feet with my bonus dash action, which should put me right here.
All right. Next up is Jezreel.
All right, I'm gonna have him take an attack with the bow too. Same one.
All right.
What is his pluses?
You can bring a +1, but not to the party fight.
So that's 14.
All right. So 14 hits.
Perfect. And yeah, I don't think he gets sneak attack on this one.
Did he level up his character?
To third?
3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody did. Their characters leveled up.
So he got a 6 for damage.
All right.
And then also going to do movement to get in. He should be there. That's
All
right.
right. All right, Verity, you're up next.
How far does this reach? Should I hold on to it? It's only within 30 feet. Okay. I will move forward 30 to there, and what's within 120 of me? Oh, like everything? Which hyena have you been attacking?
B.
Okay, so I will cast first level guiding bolt on A.
All right.
It wasn't great, but I think I have a +5 to hit. So I think that's 14. Yeah, 14.
Okay, so that hits.
All right, and that deals 4d6. 12 damage, and
All right.
the next attack against it has advantage.
Okay.
Do I have a bonus action to use? No. All right, that's my turn.
All right. So the hyena A rushes Bouldaire and bites at him. That's a 22 to hit,
That hits.
and it does 8 damage.
I've realized I also cannot damage Bouldaire, but he takes 4, so he's 34. I'll keep track of it separate.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And hyena B also moves forward to attack. That is a 25 to hit, nat 20.
Also hits.
Jesus.
There's a nat 20 that is 20 damage.
Stoneskin's endurance. So is this
As a-
D12? Yeah. That is as a reaction. He takes nothing.
Really
Yeah.
impressive.
I rolled a 10 on the D12 and it's +3, so he negated 13 points of damage and already took half.
All right. Sylvia, you're up.
Alrighty. So how far can Sylvia move is the first question. Gotta find the proper measuring thing. Yeah. Everything's good. There we go. Yes, thank you. And how far is it from there, though, is the question.
Another 70.
What? Am I not affecting?
You can see your distances to everything.
Yeah, but it's not letting me grab. Okay, there we go. Finally selected it.
I don't know if
Isn't
you guys
selecting
have
thing.
I don't know if you guys have the little ruler on the top of your screen this is character distances, but if you do
Yeah.
it, you can click on a token and it tells you how far every other token is away from that. Also, there's a lot of tokens that are on the board.
Yeah. That's how I rescued Sylvia's token last session.
Nice.
Okay, so Sylvia's actually just going to sprint forward or dash forward. Clicker. Not quite close enough, so that's it for now.
All right, back around to
I believe
Bouldaire.
I'm in range. Yeah. Yep.
All right. So Bouldaire is up next.
He is going to just attack with the great axe. Or I
Okay.
guess great sword. Great sword's better. Ooh. 13 to hit the one hyena everybody's been pummeling. B.
Okay. B.
Mhm.
That
That hit?
hits. Yep.
Ooh. All right. 6 plus what? It's 5. 11 damage onto it.
All right. It's starting to look pretty ragged. After Bouldaire, it is the tiger's turn again. And it is going to lash out at Bouldaire with a bite. That is a 10 to hit.
No.
That's pathetic. All right. Briz-Atar is up next.
And was hit by guiding bolt, so it should be advantage to hit on that one too, correct?
Yes, it is advantage to attack A.
Yeah, because I'm heading to that one. And let me do that. Let me get this prepped up here.
Oh, just it goes so nice.
Yeah, 2d6 for that. Okay. That's a 24 to hit.
All right, that hits.
All right. $18 damage on A.
All right.
And then bonus action, I'm gonna attack it with a dagger.
All right.
Oh wait, that's D4. I'm grabbing the wrong thing. First of all, let's roll to see if I hit. 24 to hit
That hits.
for 7 damage.
All right. So it too is looking pretty ragged. Next up is Jezreel's turn.
He's gonna run up on B, and he actually gets sneak attack this time.
All right.
So what's his? He just has dagger. Oh, he has a short sword. Okay, cool.
He has a
Perfect.
psychic blades too.
Oh yeah.
Which might overcome a resistance if they have one, which I doubt.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do a psychic blade since that's what he is.
I do want to point out that their pronouns are them, they, them for Jezreel. And
Oh, I
work
thought
ways into
Jez
the
was
thing,
them.
but
Well, they will
At
do
least
a
I was-
psychic blade.
I was rewatching the first session, so that was what was mentioned then. Could be different. I don't remember.
No, I
It came
believe
up differently.
they actually have it written down somewhere.
Ah, perfect. I'd have to look that up.
But let me do the psychic blade attack and 11 damage.
All right. On which one?
B.
All right, on B. So that actually is the exact amount of damage needed to kill that.
Nice. And with their bonus action, can they do another attack with the psychic blade, or would they actually have to use a weapon?
I
Their secondary attack, they have a specific bonus action psychic blade.
Is there?
It's under bonus actions on their sheet. It's a D4 instead of a D6. That's the only difference.
Okay.
And it's they, he on the
perfect.
D&D Beyond sheet.
Perfect.
Yeah, D4 plus 2. Okay, so let me do an attack roll on that one. And that's not going to even hit. I rolled an 8, so that's plus 4, 12 for the tiger.
For the tiger, that hit.
Oh, wow. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. And then D4 for that, and that's 3 plus 2, so 5.
5 damage. All right. Barely a scratch. Verity, you're up next.
I am going to move forward another 30 feet. So I'm in line with Sylvie. And I'm just going to look towards the saber-toothed tiger, hold my action, and just point towards Jezreel and say, hit it with everything that you've got. And that's... Or you know what? I'll bonus action, just because I can, bonus action healing word on Bouldaire.
Okay.
1d4 plus 3. So that's 6 HP back to him.
All right.
Actually doing better than when he started the fight. At 40
Right.
out of 45.
Hyena's a turn, and they are going to attack Briz-Atar.
I'm okay with this.
All right. That is a 21 to bite.
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, it's...
Silvery barbs. Reroll.
Reroll that.
Yep, and take the lower.
Okay, that is a 16 to hit.
That still hits, yeah.
All right. Man.
Yep, but you have advantage on your next turn, so
I thought you had advantage on your next turn.
I can give it to anyone.
Oh.
Actually, I might give it to
Nice.
Bouldaire. I'm going to give it
Well,
to Bouldaire, actually.
Give it to Jez.
Either way,
Jez? Okay,
Briz-Atar,
Jez.
that's 13 damage.
Ouch. Okay.
And it is Sylvia's turn.
Alrighty. I'll just do vicious mockery on the tiger,
All right.
which is a wisdom saving throw of 13.
Wisdom saving throw. That is a 15.
So it beats it.
Yep.
And then as a bonus action, I'm gonna give I'll give Jezreel Bardic Inspiration. Just basic. You got this.
Okay.
I'm
right.
pointing towards him.
It is Bouldaire's turn.
Oh, yeah, right. I forgot that's me. Another swing with the greatsword.
Okay.
Oh, doesn't
That's
hit.
Ooh.
That would have been at the saber-tooth. Does not hit. Natural 1 for a total of 6.
Ooh. I feel like that should almost like hit themselves. Natural 1.
He
Or
pulls
lose
a
their
muscle
grip.
in
I'm
his
having
shoulder.
flashbacks to the crit fail table in Pathfinder.
There's some for there's
Yeah.
some for 5e too.
I hate crit fail tables. One of them was whenever you casted any spell ever, if it crit failed, it would just enlarge the nearest enemy.
Oh,
And in
God.
Pathfinder, enlarge is like crazy good.
Yep.
All right. So it is now the saber-toothed tiger's turn. Let's see if it can actually manage to claw. Gosh darn it. That's a 9 to hit. Not one single attack it has made.
Still intimidated, I guess.
I imagine that its jaws are just locked around Bouldare's arm and just going like that.
I'm just doing nothing.
Yeah.
All
That
right,
sounds
Briz-Atar,
about-
you're up.
I am going to attack this stupid hyena in front of me. 17 to hit.
That hits.
Yeah. And thanks to Bouldaire, I still get my sneak attack. Oh shit, I dropped the dice. Oh, that's gone. I'm gonna roll another one.
I want to get a one of those lockets with the tiny dice set in it.
Me too.
Just in case I ever need dice. Which is a situation I often find
17
myself
damage.
in.
All right. So you have managed to kill that hyena.
And then I'm gonna do flip over hyena, land next to the saber-tooth, and do an attack with my daggers.
All right.
Oh no, I'm not. I rolled a 2 plus 5.
So you flip and it causes you to miss your shot. Oh, Jezreel, you are up.
As soon as it
Alright.
ticks over to his turn, Verity's eyes are going to flash blood red for a second. And she just says the grave draws nearer towards the saber-toothed tiger. Also, you have advantage and bardic inspiration, so hit.
That's definitely a hit. That's a dirty 20. And we're gonna hit with that psychic blade.
All right.
And you get sneak attack because Bouldaire is there. Oh, and advantage, yeah. Getting that double dip and sneak attack.
12 damage.
24 damage.
Nice. And
I
then
love channel divinity.
if that thing's still alive, he's gonna do his
It is
Second
still
attack.
kicking.
he's gonna do his second attack. For a 14 to hit.
That hits.
All right. For only 3 damage.
All right.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah. All right, Verity, you're up to.
Do I could go all out. Well, you know what? Even if something else appears and this isn't the end of the fight, this is still very useful. I'm gonna cast my favorite spell at my current level. And I haven't thought much about this yet. But I will say that it's probably just a giant, like, dart-shaped heart thing
Okay.
just appears behind the saber-toothed tiger and just zips by and slices across its back. I'm casting spiritual weapon.
All right.
And that is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Takes 1d8 plus 3. D8. That's not the right dice. That's a d10. There we go. 5 radiant damage.
All right.
Or no, 5 force damage.
Still hits.
And
So-
that little heart thing is still just floating around.
You can hear the audience oohing and eyeing as it is Sylvia's turn next.
And another vicious mockery from Sylvia
All right.
along the lines of, wow, they're really messing you up. This is saving throw of 13.
That fails.
Now it's more intimidated. Everybody's
That
surrounded. It.
fails. So let's see. Oop, wrong button.
I cast Vicious Glockery.
2 damage.
2.
2 damage.
It
Yep.
has
All right.
disadvantage on its next attack, though, right?
I don't think so, does it?
Yeah, Vicious
see.
Mockery. That's the good part of it. It does a d6 of damage.
Yep, it has disadvantage on its next attack. Do 4 damage. Less.
Wow.
Oh, God. It's so bad.
At first. Oh, wait. Yeah,
My
no, it's fifth
cantrip
level,
does a
it's-
d12 on a wisdom save.
All right, Bouldaire, you're up.
He will take a swing with the sword again. That probably hits 21.
Yep, that hits.
2d6. 10 damage.
All right. It is stumbling now. It is not looking good. But it is the saber-toothed tiger's turn. That is a that is a 16 to hit.
With disadvantage?
No. That is a 7 to hit.
Thank you, Vicious Mockery. It finally gets a chance to bite through Bouldare's skin, and you just hear it go like, "Aw."
Briz-Atar, it is your turn.
I am going to do an attack.
Oh,
Let's see if
yes.
there's just an apple in there.
Use my favorite dice. Just because it's pretty. Ooh. This thing's gonna either be freaking dead or close to it. I rolled a natural 20.
Ooh.
I wish I would have saved my channel divinity until then.
Would that have doubled it?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
double the double.
If the tiger had made a hit on the when it had disadvantage, I would have hit it with silvery barbs again.
I hate that spell so much.
Tripling the
42
disadvantage.
damage.
All right. Well, it is definitely dead. It had 3 hit points left.
I rolled super high in all these.
All right. So you have managed to take out. Hang on. Where's the extra? All of the critters and make a ton of money.
What was the times on this one?
10, I think.
5?
Times 10?
Times 5.
No,
No, 5.
10 is the deadly. This was hard, so it's times
Yeah.
5.
Oh.
I gotta do the math on mine, so give me a second.
I
Just
am
like
not-
curiosity, I missed some thing. Did we just skip the other one, or did we win, or did he win?
Bouldaires?
Yeah.
He won.
Bouldaire won.
Okay. So I
We did
forgot
not
to
skip it.
put down my betting.
So wow. I've got a couple gold now.
You may or may not need them.
49,300.
My goodness.
Did I say what my bet was for this one? I lost track of time for a second. I have a
I have
blank spot in my
no
memory.
idea if you did.
You said that you're betting 100.
Okay, so another 100 for this one.
100 times 5.
400. You get 400 gold.
Yeah. Add 400 gold.
400?
Yeah,
Mhm.
because it's times 5 and you had to
Oh.
bet 100 to get there.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So Bouldaire has like 96,000 gold now. Or not 96,000, like 60,000. Or I'll get the exact number. $62,530. And I'll put it in his
So
channel.
it's just gonna. $924, almost to 1,000. Would be over 1,000 if I had won the last bet.
I'll give you a couple copper. I feel bad.
No need. No need.
Whereas I'll steal your gold later.
Sylvia only wants to buy one thing, and she now has enough for it. She doesn't need coppers anymore.
I just realized something really
Just pay for
funny.
lunch for the next 3 days.
So you
So
know how we
as-
all have a character channel to track our money and gear?
Yep.
You know who has access to Bouldaires?
You.
Me and you. Not Qwerty. He doesn't have it. It's only me and you.
That's backwards. Can you fix that?
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
You might want to check the other ones too.
Yeah, I think I have to give everybody permission for all of them,
Yep.
but that's
All of them are-
really funny.
Oops. It must have been an automatic admin type thing.
Oh yeah, I have access to every single channel on the server because I'm admin,
Okay.
but or maybe he's just not in the thread. Why can't I see him?
It's money and gear, so everybody should have access to them. It's not a private channel.
Thread. Yeah, I
Oh,
think
it's
it's just because he hasn't joined the thread.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can get into Bouldare's
So-
character sheet.
Yeah.
So as you guys finish up the fight and you have gone to the betting people and gotten your money, which they do not look terribly pleased about giving you. Point that out. Bouldaire tells you that he's going to go to the Temple of Horde and spend some time there. And we'll meet you at the Adventurers Guild in a while. And Jezreel as well is going to head off to the library and spend some time there. We'll meet up with you later. So Sylvia, Verity, and Briz-Atar, you are remaining.
I need to do some shopping.
Okay.
Would either of you like to come with?
Yeah, let's go. Is the tavern along the way over there? one where Shoney's at.
So if you head back into town from the arena, the market is to your northwest, and the tavern is directly on the inside of the town.
So we would hit the market first before we hit the tavern.
No,
So what, we would hit the tavern first?
you would hit the tavern first, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I'm gonna make a quick pit stop and then we'll go to the market. Just
Okay.
want to check in on Shoney. Because technically I didn't do it last
Sylvia's
season
going straight
or
to the
last
market.
session. So
I'll wait for you.
Sylvia's coin pouch is definitely bulging as she is heading towards the market.
So Sylvia, you notice as you put the coins in your coin purse that it does not seem to gain any weight, which with that amount of gold it should.
Interesting. Just gonna reach in and make sure the coins are still there.
You can reach in and pull one out.
Okay. She just shrugs it off and keeps walking.
Okay.